I didn't play this game growing up. This guy that I know, he was moving out and he was giving away a lot of his old stuff, and he gave out a whole bunch of NES games, and this was one of the ones that I picked up in the box that he had. I was in high school at the time. I think I was a sophomore or a junior, and the cover looked interesting, so I popped it in, and I'm to this day I'm still amazed at the detail that was in this game. Now keep in mind, this game only has the directional pad. I mean the controller. It only has the directional pad and the A and B buttons. But the complexity of the controls in this game, especially on the stages like the running stage, the swimming stage, and the fighting stage, they're just two buttons and a directional pad, and the game is that complex for back then. I mean that's pretty impressive. Alright, I'm not going to go into all the details for every single stage regarding the controls, but just on the running stage alone, I mean, for one, you can jump over, dash through, or go under the hurdles. Now, if you dash through the hurdles, and keep in mind you're pressing forward in A, doing this, you can knock the boards off, which can be used to either throw in front of you or behind you at the opponent. You can also spin and attack the opponent while you're running. Keep in mind, while you're doing this, you're collecting medals. That's kind of like collecting money. So after the match, you can buy things. Now, if you happen to get knocked down or knocked out, it's not over. Your character will come back. But the thing is, you have to time it right. So whoever's in the lead has the advantage at that point. So you have to time it right when you come back in. So you might want to slow down, then dash into a hurdle and pick up a board, and then throw it at your opponent to possibly knock him out and get ahead of him. Now keep in mind you're still pressing dash or forward on the directional pad to increase or maintain your speed. You can also slow it down by pressing back, but you don't want to press back too much, or it'll take you off the screen. You also have a hit gauge. You probably can't see that on the screen here, but if you get hit too many times, then you'll get knocked out and you'll be disqualified from the match. Again, one of the moves you can do is the roundhouse spin. Before this match, you can buy at the store. You can buy sneakers and knuckles and shoes and other items that can be used to give you the advantage over your opponent. How fast you run depends on the character that you selected before the match. Here I'm using Crash because he's probably the best character, at least if you're going to go by the main team of the game. But again, you can buy upgrades and whatnot at the store, or the stores there that they have before you go into any match. But I mean, I was very impressed. I mean, you can dash under the hurdle, jump over it, roundhouse over it. You have to maintain your speed. When you're breaking the boards by pressing forward dash, you can throw that forward or back at your opponent. I mean, for back then, two buttons, I mean, that's very impressive. And this is just the running stage. I mean, it gets even more interesting when you're on the swimming stage and on the fighting stage, which again, two buttons. Very impressed by it. And I'm not saying that because I haven't read any reviews on this game. I don't know what people think. I just know that I randomly happened to play it in high school when I got the game from a guy that was moving out of his house, and thoroughly impressed. I mean, keep in mind this is during the PlayStation 2's high point, and I got a hold of this game, and I was addicted to it. I would come home from class and play it because, again, two buttons, directional pad, all awesomeness. Now I might have, keep in mind I played this game for the first time in high school, but I mean to this day I'm still very impressed by this game. It's one of my favorites. It'll probably be in the top 10. Not very many people know or have played it, but still the game's very impressive. I recommend it. I'm not gonna give it an actual star rating because I mean that's whatever. Just check out a few of the screens in the video. Check out some of the gameplay, and just give it a try. It's old school classic, but I mean, this game has everything in it. I mean, I'm gonna try to find me a box copy, so I'll check you guys later.